In running history, there have been those special moments which push the boundaries of human endeavour. For example, Roger Bannister's sub 4-minute mile in 1954. Eliud Kipchoge's first sub 2-hour marathon. If you've seen footage of either of those events, you will know that history was made. Now, so today you could well be watching another instance of running history being made. So we've just arrived in our holiday destination and we have a known 3-mile loop from here. We've done several times in the past. So what we're going to do this evening is run it, and when we get back in, we're going to check how many Strava segments appear on this run.
So let's have a guess how many you think there's going to be. I'm going to say 5.
I was going to say 5, so I'm going to go lower than 5. It's like play your cards right with Bruce Forsyth.
Let's go and say who's right.
So I've been coming to this lovely part of Dorset for 6 years now, and whilst it's a pleasure to run on the country lanes and paths, we've never really explored what Strava segments there are in the area.
I think there's got to be one on this section, surely, because it's a nice, long, flowing piece of road with no traffic.
We shall see. So just for those trees, we've got a house built on the site of a medieval friary. This place has history going back centuries, which is one reason I love it so much.
So we call this little run the Wash Ponds Loop, and you'll see why when we get there.
When we get where?
To the Wash Pond.
So, which is why it's called the Wash Ponds Loop, presumably. So it's about 6 o'clock in the evening. It's still 28 degrees. We're experiencing a mini heat wave at the minute. So it's just nice and easy segment finding on this run. My least favourite part of this route, for reasons which are obvious.
Yay!
If this bit's a segment, they can have it. So in previous years there's been a bridge right across here, but last time we came it had been washed away by all the floods we've had in the UK this year, and it's still closed. Obviously we're building another one, but
We're not going to get across, are we?
it looks like we're going to have to go across here. But like Moses leading the Israelites out of the land of Egypt across the Red Sea, we were unstoppable there.
We would have run across there instead of traipsed through, but there was another couple coming the other way. Didn't want to splash them.
Because normally I just attack those things with gusto.
Taking me on the hill. I think he's just trying to beat me on these segments, if there are any here, of course. So I'll have to take him by surprise if I'm going to get any in front of him.
And then a short road section, and some more off-road for you off-road aficionados.
Yee!
2 miles has gone, 1 mile to go. So let me know if you like chasing Strava segments. I'm all ears. And after Field of Corn, we have Field of Corn. Oh good, downhill off-road section. Won't be chasing this one. Bit of a Mark G vibe going on this part of the run.
Touch the wires.
And the final section back down the main village road. And that's 3 miles. I'm back where we started. So when we finished the run, we were shocked, surprised and disappointed to find out there were precisely 0 segments on that loop that we've done so many times before. We've enjoyed coming to this area and it's given us a lot of pleasure, so we decided to give something back and actually created 2 segments on the loop. The first one was just over half a mile from the main road up to a farmhouse, which we called A352 to farmhouse, and the second one was a shorter one, 0.16 of a mile from the wash ponds up the track. So there we go, 2 brand new segments. Now when you create a segment, it creates automatically a leaderboard, and we weren't very high on the leaderboards because people who'd run that route before, who'd recorded it on Strava, automatically get put on that leaderboard. So for the rest of the holiday, it was going to be our objective to see how far we could get up the leaderboards for those segments we have just created on the Wash Ponds Loop.
3 days later, we set off to complete the 2 segments. I wanted to finish as high as I could in the female overall category and also in my age group. So, I've got a PR of 3:44. So segment number 1, I've got first in my age category.
News just in, first overall on that segment of all time of every female footfall that has gone down that path before Senor is Dawn. By how many seconds?
Ooh, just 3 seconds.
That's right, 3 seconds. Woo. I wonder if anybody will be able to claim it during the next couple of weeks. Let's see. So next up was me, and I think it was going to be too much of a stretch to claim the overall lead on this particular segment because there were a couple of faster runners. We have noticed the segment leader had probably done the course on an e-bike because he doesn't really run very much. So I was hoping to get high up and also win my age group for this segment. So let's see how I got on. And a new PR for me too of 3:27. Let's see where that puts me on the all-time men of my age. And that not only puts me top in my age category of all time, but I've bagged myself a 4th of all time. And seeing as we said earlier that the first one, he's probably done it on an e-bike because he's not a runner, to me that gets me a bronze medal on A352 to the house. So it's on to attack segment number 2.
Okay, segment 2, about to start.
Oh no!
Sadly, on the second segment, we did stop too soon, so guess where we're going in a few days' time.
Oh!
So attempt 2, starting from the right place this time and finishing at the right place. I hope it should be 0.16 of a mile.
Segment chasing! Well, only time will tell whether we actually took that segment. So I've gone first on the leaderboards by 9 seconds.
So I'm on 1.08 miles now. I reckon if I give it to 1.28, that should be enough to complete the segment. So, no drills, no strides, not great coaching advice here, but let's go anyway. So hopefully that's done it. I don't need to run arbitrary segments flat out down here again this holiday. So I'm logging on to Strava. I saw that I had in fact beaten the age category record by some considerable margin. However, I had run 64 seconds to finish in 3rd place. 2nd place was 63 seconds. 1st place was 62 seconds. So I was left with the possibility of 2 tantalising challenges. One, could I take the overall Strava record by knocking 3 seconds off? And more intriguingly, could I knock 5 seconds off to become the first ever person to break 1 minute for that segment? I am going to attempt to become the first ever runner to do the Strava segment of climb from Wash Ponds, 0.16 of a mile up in that direction, up that path, in under 1 minute. That's right, under 1 minute. Previously, I've done 64 seconds and 2 other individuals have done 63 and 62 seconds, but nobody in the history of recorded running has ever completed this segment in less than a minute. Can I do it? Let's wait and see.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up. It's time.
So, unlike Kipchoge and Bannister, haven't got all those timekeepers. So I'm gonna have to go back to the car, upload my run, log on to Strava, and see if I too have made running history. Oh yes, running history was made. The first sub 1 minute segment for Climb from the Wash Ponds. I'm so pleased with that achievement. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video of Dawn and I exploring Strava segments in our locality, creating some for others to enjoy and enjoying them ourselves. If you have, and particularly in light of my new world record, please give this video a like, and if you'd like to see more of our fun adventures and more serious training as we work towards Abingdon and Chester marathons, then please consider subscribing to the channel. So until next time, keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.